Namaste, how are you guys? I decided to do the transmission indoors today because it's a very rainy December day and I'm going to get wet standing outside, so I thought I'd come in. These are these beautiful croissants that my mum grows. How are you? How is your month going, and how is your awareness of your yang going more than anything? I wondered if that in the last 27 transmissions that you've actually had a chance to maybe become aware a bit more of your yangness. And as my friend Lynn calls us, yangies, which I thought was absolutely brilliant because that's going to stick with me now, certainly for retreats, etc. for next year. But let's take a moment wherever we are just to arrive and take a deep breath. So what I love about just being still is a very yin thing to do, just to stop wherever you are. Take your phone, if it's your laptop, just sit near and stop for a moment and just allow the hurricane of life to continue around. Take chance just to take a deep breath. And as you take a deep breath, that helps you to become aware of this beautiful physical body that we have always with us in every second of every hour of every day. Be willing just to stop and surrender in this moment, whatever that means for you. I always feel actually when I stop that it stops me from just filling my head with things that I might need to say or do in that moment, and just take a moment to check in. And checking in is really important because I always say, and I have said many times before, and I've noticed it myself, that if you inject some space into whatever it is you're about to do and say, that can make a profound effect on the quality and the nature of how you relate or transmit what it is that you want to say in that moment. It's always very powerful. I think if we injected time into anything that we do before we do it, then I wonder that the world could be a different place, so that we don't jump to react, because one of the quick things that we tend to do is stay in our heads and just react all over the place to whatever comes next. So we're literally living in a constant running mode. Okay, so Yang Woman. So we're nearly the end of our vlog, which has been a very interesting journey for me to notice things as I've gone along about the nature of how we tend to be. So if you're not sure about Yang Woman, go and check her out on my website, Gina Hardy Yoga, and there is a general profile for Yang Woman, and that might help you to identify with how we run our energy. So I said at the beginning of a lot of these videos that I feel that ancestrally we were nurturers, nest builders, and actually what we've added to that is hunter-gatherer as well. So we've been nurturer, nest builders, and then by just very nature of the way the world is turning out, that we've become hunter-gatherers as well, and therefore we do both roles, and it's not wrong, it's not bad, and I'm not trying to make Yang Woman bad. It's just that women who run their energy in a more masculine way, in a very directive, orchestrative way, can have trouble in areas of their lives, particularly when it comes to relationships, not necessarily in business, because I think that you know, women hold positions of power all over the place, and also being an entrepreneur, you've got to be your own directive person. So but relationships, and maybe the other thing is in our bodies, where I think we can suffer from being too yang. So talking about how to live an authentically feminine life has basically been about dancing, celebrating the body, understanding that we have a very inherent creativity that we are born with. And I was saying how I switched mine off around the age of 18 when I'd been a very creative person up to that point, and when I actually went into corporate life, which was a real killer for me from a yin perspective, because I went into a very male-dominated career, that my creativity shut down, and it's only just really opening up, and I'm only just turning 50. So, very interesting point. The other thing we were talking about is how to step into your authentic feminine, is to help your partner, your man, step into his authentic masculine, which is really interesting from an intimacy perspective. And I have actually been talking to my new spiritual teacher about, you know, how does this work, this masculine feminine thing, and is there a right way or a wrong way, or is it that we're just operating from a very deep ancestral calling about who we really are? So that was interesting. And then today I really wanted to talk about wisdom. Wisdom is a naturally feminine thing, and we gather wisdom living our lives. There's a brilliant book called Elder Woman, and it talks about the maiden, the mother, and the crone. And the crone is kind of middle-aged woman going onwards in her life beyond motherhood and beyond her maiden years. And the natural inherent factor for being the crone, which I never love the word because I hate to think of myself as a crone, but you know, it's elder woman is very well, I love that term really, but also this woman who has a huge amount of wisdom. So wisdom is in everybody, and I think wisdom is something that really is our birthright to pass on. And I wanted to say to you, with your wisdom, the things that you learn, the things that come through you, the things that you feel as a woman, and from this birth of creativity, and where you really open up to your natural essence in life, what do you do with that? Do you pass that wisdom on to other people? Because I think that it's something we really need to do, is pass on where we're learning. What's the wisdom that comes through you in life, and what do you actually do with that? Do you do anything with it, or do you just keep it inside and you know, maybe it doesn't come out in any channel, and maybe that's a block somewhere in your physical body? Because I think that to be creative brings the wisdom through in a way. And I love to inspire people with what comes through me, because as I learn, I pay forward. And I've always, my motto in the last 5 years has been living, and then when you live, you learn, and when you learn, you love, and then you pay it forward. And for me, wisdom is only wisdom when you're actually doing something with it, passing forward the knowledge, or embodying what it is that you're learning, so that you can be a way shower for others. And I think we're all in that way. And we have that capacity. Doesn't matter whether you're a teacher, whatever you're doing, if you're the leader of a business, or you're leader of a family, or you're in a partnership, pay forward your wisdom. It's our birthright. The creativity that comes through us creates more wisdom. Life teaches us, and we have so many lessons to embody and to live. And I think wisdom is something that lives with us and for us, and I just believe in paying it forward. So authentically feminine is about being the wise woman and paying that forward, and however you choose to do that. I'd love to hear the way that you choose to do that. Maybe you've got a comment about being wise and what that's meant to you over the years. How do you actually display that? Because it's a fantastic thing. When I'm on retreat with my girls, what I love is that one of the richest things is conversations of wisdom around the table, and how we can help one another lead healthier and happier lives. So everybody, it's a short transmission today, but it's nearly Christmas, and there's so many build-ups, and I've got to get back to the to-do list. But if you have any comments about wisdom, let me know, and you can always comment on my YouTube videos, because there is now a playlist called Yang Woman, where all the other previous 27 videos have been uploaded. And this one will be obviously nearing the end. So do go and have a look at Gina Hardy Yoga on YouTube, and have a look at the Yang Woman playlist if that inspires you, and also comment on there if you want to. If you've got any ideas for further videos, then let me know, because it's, again, I'm learning as I'm going. I find that this stage of my life is quite naturally becoming yin. I'm softening. I don't want to be the director, the leader, the one who wears the trousers and all of that kind of stuff, through menopause I'm naturally becoming more yin, and as I'm doing that, what is incredible is I feel like I'm becoming more of a woman than I've ever been in my life. I feel like I've had bollocks for too many years, just excuse my meat and veg language, it's just true. I feel that I am coming into a place where the wisdom of my past life is now coming into this great place where I can pass it forward to you. I don't believe that if you're too yang and you're a woman that it works, and that's just my opinion. I'll let that filter through for you, and if you have any comments or any questions, let me know. For now, I will say goodbye, and on our next transmission I'm going to be talking about personal power. That's not power over people, that is part of being authentically feminine, is being the power that comes through you. So let's talk about that next time. In the meantime, I honour you, I salute you, and I love you. Yang woman. See you later. Bye.